Hi, Laurel. How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome. Thanks, Vanessa. How are you?
I'm doing really well. Lovely to see you after the holidays.
Yes, you too.
Good. Well, I just wanted to do this segment talking a little bit more about the other services that you provide at the New Media Marketing Group. We've talked a lot about social media because I'm very interested in that. And I want to talk a little bit more with you about the mobile site and search marketing strategies that you offer for your clients. So can you tell me, for example, let's start off with mobile marketing, a little bit about the marketing services that you provide in that realm?
Sure, yeah, I'd love to. I'm really, really excited about mobile marketing. It's a brand new service we just launched just before the holidays, and I'm really, really excited about it for a number of reasons. The projected use of mobile is gone way past desktop use. So in terms of what we do on our phones, it's basically everything, right? So a couple of the services that we offer are mobile websites. So mobile websites are typically a lot smaller than your average website. They're more simple. They've got bigger buttons, so we can navigate through the sites. They load faster, so they're really, really optimized for whether it's phone or an iPad or whatever the case is. So also what's different about the mobile sites is they're typically more geared to the user experience as they're on the go. So studies have shown that the majority of folks that are looking for stuff on Google from their phones are usually basically on their way to buying something. So they're looking for, like, where do I eat, or where's the closest gas station, or whatever the case is. So those mobile sites need to be really, really simplified and basically just give the bare bones of information, just contact details and what the customer wants. So we really trim down on the text, really trim down on the images and stuff like that. So mobile websites. We also do mobile responsive sites, which are ones that resize for every device. So if you just have a normal website with us and you don't want to go with a mobile site, we've got responsive ones. So that's really cool too, because they resize to basically everything. So you can get your full website experience on a smaller device. And then in terms of local search, one of the things that we offer is making sure that your business shows up on that Google Map search. So if, again, I'm in my car and I'm driving and I want to find, like, where's the closest lunch spot, making sure that you show up on those maps. So that's local search. And then the last part is the SMS marketing, so basically text message marketing. There's over 50% of people who have indicated they want to get coupons from the businesses that they offer, or that they frequently purchase from. So basically offering text message coupons and whatnot, or the ability to opt in using your cell phone, using, like, text pizza to 71441 to get a free appetizer or whatever. So that's a brand new service. We're really excited about it.
Oh, gee, that's awesome. And I was just wondering, what's the difference between a mobile website and a mobile application?
Great question. I'm so glad you asked. Okay, so a mobile website is if I go on my phone
Mhm.
and type in www dot whatever,
Yes.
and what'll show up there is either going to be, depending on what the client has decided, but it's either going to be a mobile website, and those typically have, like, really big buttons and they're
Hmm.
really easy to use. Or if it's mobile responsive, it'll be their normal website, but just kind of, like, compressed and resized so it doesn't appear distorted on the phone.
Okay.
Now, an app is something you would have to download from, like, the App Store, say if you have an iPhone, and then that basically operates on your phone whether or not you're browsing on the internet through a browser. So a common example would be, like, a Facebook app. It gives you those little notifications right on your phone that tells you, you've got stuff happening. So apps can do that as well, and apps have a lot more functionality that's available, and they're related, but they are quite different, because some of them are more geared towards the on-phone experience, and some are more related to the online experience, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally. And do you recommend that your customers have mobile apps as well as mobile websites, or is there one that you would think is more preferential in the beginning stages?
It kind of depends on what you're after. So the usage-based sort of behavior of the consumer, that's where you have to kind of base it on, right? So how will an app deliver benefit to your customers? So for example, real estate apps are pretty popular, and so those, you can offer way more features on a real estate app than you can on a real estate website. So in that case, it makes a lot of sense to have a keyword optimized app set up and available for download through the App Store. So that's a really good situation. But you got to kind of think, how are people going to use it, right? Other people use apps for things like sort of like loyalty programs, keeping track of those things, notifications, integrating it with social, and that. So it's more of a specific strategy that should be created around an app, because they're not cheap to make. So I usually recommend start off with a mobile website and an SMS campaign, see what your user engagement base is, see how often people are interacting with your mobile website, and then offer incentive to download the app after that stage. So usually it's a phased approach.
Wow, that's so interesting. Now, in terms of obviously with internet traffic and search engine optimization, how do you find what is the most effective way for one of your new clients to get on Google, for example, like the top page?
Okay, so I love this question because it's really, really simple and people don't think that it is. So the number one easiest way to get on Google is there's a thing called Google My Business.
Mm-hmm.
It's a free service offered by Google, and it allows you to set up a profile that's associated with that map section. So again, often if you're on your phone and you're looking for stuff, yeah, you'll see
they offered that service. That's amazing.
Yeah, I know, it's totally free. I mean, they're going to call you and upsell you on advertising later, but it's a free service. It's really, really easy to get walked through, and it's so A, it's free. B, you show up on the map, and then it's integrated with your Google Plus page where people can actually review you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a presence on Google for free, and the more activity you have on that page, so the more reviews you get, the more photos you upload, the more videos, the more people using it, the higher you'll rank on Google.
Wow. Wow. Look at that, like 1-2 plan there.
Yeah, totally, 1-2 plan.
Now it doesn't seem so much like walking on the moon when you put it like that.
Yeah, best thing to do is just go into Google and type how to set up Google My Business, and there's like a step-by-step tutorial. You can even call them, and that's amazing to get one-on-one help from Google, the business. It's pretty cool.
And now, obviously, once they go to Google and they find your site and they go to your site, what would your foundations be for saying is the most effective type of website to have?
I think that it really depends on your target market, but one thing that people don't do that they really, really need to do, no matter what kind of website you have, is have a call to action or an offer. So a call to action is basically a very specific action you want your person to take once they're on your website. So lots of people get really excited. They're like, oh my God, I have a website. I got to put all the things on there, which is great, but you really want to lead people down the sales process. So for example, it would be even just as simple as an easy to access phone number. Call now for a free quote. Or get your free report, click here, give us your email address, and we'll send you a free report. Or
you already create this integrate. Okay.
Some kind of way to get the person on your website to interact with you. Mm-hmm. Hopefully they'll give you their information, but to take some action.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
A live chat with a rep or whatever it is, but you have to ask them to do something, and that has to be part of your strategy. So all you people out there, make sure you're asking your website visitors to do what you want them to do, because they're not going to know unless you ask them, and keep it really simple.
Yeah, and then that's going to obviously make that relationship stand out for them and then make them coming back. And that's what creates obviously your target demographic. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about in terms of the strategies that you offer with New Media Group, one of them is email database marketing. Now, again, that's kind of like the third in the process where, you go to the search engine, you go to the website's there, you create this relationship, you obviously exchange information. Now, how do you create a strategy for email database marketing, pardon me?
Oh, I love it. Okay. So I just read this stat the other day. I think it was from Forrester Research, and it was that email marketing is 2 times more effective than trade show or cold calling. Mm-hmm. So that's 2 times. It's pretty big. So first thing we do is capture email addresses from people visiting your website. You can also do that from your social media, basically any kind of presence on the web that you have. We put out some kind of offer and capture new email addresses. So that's one. Those are what we call your suspects. They're not quite prospects, but they are suspects. And then second is get your list of all the customers you already deal with, all your suppliers, your friends, your mom, any coworkers, whatever, and get all those. So now you have 2 lists, and then you put those together and basically just communicate with them. So there's 2 different ways you can do that database marketing. So one is to have, this is the very minimum that I recommend. It's so easy. Just send out a monthly newsletter. And in this newsletter, one really important thing is not to sell. That's why people are like, oh, spam, and they delete it, right? But if you offer something of value to the people reading your newsletter, they're going to keep opening it. So whether it's it's usually valuable tips, things that are part of your knowledge base that you don't even think of, but stuff that you would recommend to your customers, don't forget to clean your chimney, or here's a really easy soup recipe, or whatever it is, right, depending on your target market. And then they're going to be like, yay, I love this guy, I'm going to open his email, it's so helpful to me. And then every once in a while you can ask for a sale. So that's the one, and that's probably the most common service that we offer for our customers. And then the second's really targeted. It's what we call a drip campaign. So what that is if I sign up on your website, I would get an email, say I sign up for a free report to find out why mobile marketing will increase my bottom line by 2 times, for example. So boom, we set it up so that way that report goes straight out to the customer as soon as they sign up. And then they get an email, say 2 days later, 5 days later, 7 days later, 9 days later, and it's all referring back to the email that we just sent them. Like, hey, so you got your free report. Did you open it? What did you think? There's 2 or 3 pieces of value in here that you should really check out. And then later on, hey, hope you read the report. Here's some other resources for you. Did you know that we offer this as well? Hey, thanks so much for checking out the report. Here's a case study. And then like in there, you can say, okay, we've got this super special offer. It's just for you. And then just keep going that way. And those have a really high rate of return. And then we take that drip campaign idea and we apply it to the after sales as well. So like, hey, thanks for buying from us. Here's some after sales support stuff, some reminders on how to take care of your thing that you just bought, and then like birthday reminders and like asking for reviews and referrals and all that stuff. And it's just like this automated system. So once we set it up once, it's just a matter of like inputting new list members in there, and then you're good to go. And it's just, the results are amazing.
And it doesn't seem also too, I mean, it doesn't seem overly invasive, and it seems like a really good way to, again, establish relationship and a personal touch, pardon me, with your customers. And another way, obviously, to do that is exactly what we're doing right now, which I think is one of the other final components, is YouTube marketing or video marketing. And what would you say is, how effective would you say video marketing is in creating a personal and consistent presence online?
I think it's like the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely
the end, in quotations.
Yeah. So yeah, there's like all these stats out there that go into sort of like what specifically it does. So really, really quick, video marketing. Number one, YouTube is the second biggest search engine in the world. So Google actually owns it. Not a lot of people know that, but so your videos have a shot of showing up in the Google search page as well as in YouTube search. So number one, lots of exposure, right, to new audiences.
Yeah.
Number two, it gives you this trust and credibility with people. It's the next best thing to meeting them in person. It's like you're looking them in the eyeball. So much of our communication is nonverbal, right? So you really get a sense of like, hey, can I trust this person? Also, people are much more likely to take action after they watch a video. Like, I don't know why, but it's just true. They watch the video and then they're going to like contact you or whatever it is. For some reasons, that's just kind of how they work. And then also, there's such a great tool for people are always like, oh, what should I post on my social media, or how do I constantly update my website? Well, if you're doing a video like this every week, then boom, that's something you can put on your social, and then boom, you can put it on your website. So you always have this fresh content coming out, and it's a great place to get up on your soapbox and talk about what you're really good at and how you can help people, like we're doing right now. So yeah, I totally recommend it.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely really effective and fun too. And like you said, you can kind of put a face to the name and everything like that. And there is a trust there that I think gets lost sometimes behind numbers and sheets of paper. So, and I just have one final question for you before I know you get on with your busy day. I just wanted to ask, because it is such a comprehensive umbrella or marketing mix, that you do provide for your clients in terms of mobile and site and search, and like we just said, video marketing strategies. Has there ever been an occasion where you would meet a new business owner or come into an existing business and they would say, okay, well, we've got this website and it's really great and we're doing really well with keeping it up, but we're not doing so well with social media, or we're not doing so well with our video production, or we're not doing so well with this. Is it always like a balanced area of opportunity, or is there sometimes you can go in and just sort of remedy one particular aspect of their marketing plan?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, our services are super flexible in that there's an option for every budget. I mean, just because we offer all services doesn't mean that that's the only way that we operate. So yeah, if somebody just needs like an hour of website updates, we do that. That's totally no problem. Or if they just need social, or if they want to do one video, or if they want to just try text message marketing, that's no problem. We're more than happy to do that. It's just commonly what happens is folks will try one thing, they'll work with us a little bit and say, oh, okay, this is really working, like what else do you do? And then it kind of goes from there. So yeah, absolutely, we're super flexible.
Awesome. I just wanted to check in case somebody was like, yeah, I want that, but I only need one of these. So
totally.
Okay, well, I think you pretty much sold me on the idea that if I want to be more popular and make more money on the interweb, you're the lady I'm going to be calling.
Thanks so much, Vanessa. I appreciate it.
Of course, it's always a pleasure to chat with you. Thank you so much for your intellect and your insights, as always, Madame.
Thanks so much, Vanessa. Take care.
Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.